set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield going to the air right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. And right away, he lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
One partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. A tackle by D'Angelo Malone.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then curls back inside for the completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Montgomery. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes... It's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard
line. Mayfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, 44 yards. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
As as a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
A second down throw for Mayfield. For Manis Komet, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Read option, here's Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box.
Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar from 19 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Here we go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. looks like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
2nd and 6. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mayfield on first down. Complete to Mooney on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Desmond Ritter and the Atlanta offense set to go once more. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He got a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll look to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
2nd and 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail, and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the...
Touchdown, Falcons! Mecole Hardman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jordan Brooks in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Falcons say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
touchdown! Nicole Hardman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield's throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Mayfield with it once more. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Nifty move. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield and the offense now. Down 28-21. A minute 35 to go. Here's Baker. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here to Kmet. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Nelson Aguilar. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Over 100 yards. Now in the opener, and it's a first down. Now Mayfield. And again back to Komet. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That last pass puts them over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here at OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now here's the option play going left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. That was an excellent come from.
So cold, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm gone, yo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro, Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Cold, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we have Alexander Johnson, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Falcons on Thursday night.
It is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open, and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get... The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously, and by most accounts. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge.
After review of the play,
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Ready?
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they went for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there, and a Falcon first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have...
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Swift. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
One more time with Swift. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Check right. Check. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20, 10, 5. And this This is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers it on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He was percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Marcus Davenport with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 14 yards that time for number 14. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Taken in by Pascal out left. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Black block, yellow, line, check white.
They'll look to throw again. And that was caught downfield by Pascal. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw again. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports.
Games of the weekend coming at 1 o'clock Eastern window. One of which...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance, and it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Then he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion
That penalty
stand.
is declined.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got London on a slant. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And they'll run again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Ritter will throw for it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Lions to take over. They picked up the win last week over the Washington Commanders and are in a good spot to earn another one as they start this next series. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, here's Swift. Gets past one man. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Swift. Shifts by at the 15. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect. Back
now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Roughing the passer, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordell Patterson from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. He'll find Williams on the slant.
Hurry!
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll set up a throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Look at the big fella go. On the move past the 40. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the ball moves in the Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They're going to look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So now Ritter and the Falcons down 28-24. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. He's back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. St. Brown on the catch. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All start.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Falcons, they make amends for their...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with feeling, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pass for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy told me, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, give me pull your tears back. We put the bang and producers. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we pull the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big...
It's week 3 of the 2023 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Falcons and the Colts, and it's all up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis. Brennan Gordon alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game, and if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Hines. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is fielded at the 7. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it's 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the line. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Down inside the 10. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Hines will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
But it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Hines. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw caught by Pierce. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Quick slant here to Woods. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Garoppolo again. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Touchdown Colts! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Second down at 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Okay, ready?
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Ready up.
Back to throw now on first down. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now a dump off here complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Patterson running between the tackles. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in there. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll find Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That third down. For 23.
That's good for a Colts.
Here we go, here we go.
The 43-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. And Woods has it complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll check this down to Hines. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They run again with Hines. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run with Hines. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Now it's Hines, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now back to throw. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Ridder will throw for it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Hines. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive. To focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Huge. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading in.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.